ladies and gentlemen, Ronald right here, your boy with a cornbread accent. And of course, I'm not 100% ready. Okay, I think I am. That sounded funny at first. Anyway, welcome to this week's AEW Dynamite Recap Show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, this week's AEW Dynamite took place at the Gateway Center Arena in College Park, Georgia. College Park is a city in Fulton and Clayton counties, adjacent to the southern boundary of the city of Atlanta. Of course, this area is part of the SWATS area, Southwest Atlanta Too Strong. I believe that's what SWAT stands for. It was made popular by rap groups or the rap group Outkast and Beauty Mob. Uh, so yeah, that's your history about College Park. But people kind of call that area, even I think Atlantans call it Atlanta, or Georgians call it Atlanta. So yeah, they like, I don't know what it is with these wrestling promotions, especially the big ones. Anytime they have a event in the area or close to it, they want to call it Atlanta. And yes, they did it with when it was the Gwinnett Arena, when it was the Infinite Energy Arena, and now with the gas, it's called Gas South Arena. They like to call Duluth Atlanta. But Tony Schiavone did correct them, I think, on one of them. Anyway, like I said, appreciate everybody joining us. I'm pretty sure you didn't want to sit here listen to me, the guy with a cornbread accent, talk about uh, Southwest Atlanta. I'm not. I'm obviously not an expert. I did like Outkast. I don't like too much rap music. But I did like Outkast. They were pretty cool. Anyway, yes, a few things to get to on this week's Dynamite, Dynamite recap. But before I move along here, let's do the usual BS here. Hey, if you enjoy what I'm talking about, uh, enjoy my at least giving my opinions. Don't have to agree with them, but enjoy giving my recap opinions. Hit that thumbs up button. Also, in the comments, what you think about this week's Dynamite, or just be friendly and say hello. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. And don't forget about that notification bell. That way, when I release new content, you would be known about it and you can just turn around and watch it. All right, with that out of the way, let's get to this week's Dynamite. Of course, we start off with a big old brawl. Jay White was in the back, entering the building. Renee Paquette was about to interview, and that's when the Death Riders showed up. And of course, right behind the Outrider or Death Riders was rated FTR. Yes, FTR and the Radar Superstar Coach. Basically, yeah, they wound up brawling all over the place. When they got back in the ring, Cope issued a challenge for John Moxley for Revolution. Moxley said no. Then Jay White got on the microphone and said, "Look, how about me and Cope team up against John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli?" I believe that challenge was accepted. I do believe it's going to be at the Grand Slam Australia. All right, that brings us to the first match of the night. It was Will Ospreay against a member of the Don Callis family, and that wound up being Mark Davis, the part of the Aussie Open, excuse me, not Australian Open, Aussie Open with Kyle Fletcher. Uh, okay, I guess I did explain this in the commentary where uh, when Don Callis uh, got the contract of Kyle Fletcher, he also signed over the Aussie Open, and therefore Mark Davis is still part of it. So it's either stay home or come work for the Don Callis family. Uh, Davis did pretty well during the opening portions of this match, overpowering Osprey. Osprey would come back, work on a leg a little bit, but Davis would battle back, some back and forth. Uh, Mark Davis actually tore the middle turnbuckle pad off, while the referee seeing it, but as he was about to let Will Ospreay meet that corner exposed post or corner or turnbuckle, excuse me. Referee seeing that, hey, it's not covered up. So therefore, he stopped him. It's distracted Mark Davis long enough to for Will Ospreay get his wits about him, hit him with a hidden blade. 1, 2, 3. Nice little victory for Will Ospreay. He brings out Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega comes out versus, hey, Mark Davis. I don't know what is going on with you, and um, don't know the situation that Don Callis has you in, but there are people here you can trust. Then he pretty much promoted the match between uh, himself, Will Ospreay, against uh, Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher coming up at the Grand Slam Australia. Got another segment here featuring the Hurt Syndicate. Huge ovation for these guys. People dig the Hurt Syndicate, Hurt Business, whatever you want to call it, Beat Down Clan, whatever you want to call it. Of course, Shelton Benjamin went part of the Beatdown Clan when it was in TNA, um, but he was part of Hurt Business in the WWE. Uh, they gave MVP gave props to the party. Said, "Look, uh, the guys did good, showed some heart, but you're the wrong team, wrong place, wrong time. But if anybody wants to step up and take these championships, uh, come out here and make peace." That's when the Guns came out, Austin and Colton Gunn. They stepped up, said, "Hey, we want a shot of it," and it looks like next week we will get a AEW Championship match between Austin and Colton Gunn versus Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. MVP said the reason that Lashley and Benjamin is not choking them out because they all respect their dad. So dad's Billy Gunn. Waltoff call them ass boys, but yes, the match is made for next week. Speaking of tag team action, we got the Hounds of Hell, Brody King and Buddy Murphy. Matthews, you won't get messed up. Buddy, let's call him Buddy. They take on Kyle Fletcher and Takeshna. Takeshni, Takeshna. I said it right the first time without looking at my notes. Anyway, Matthews, Murphy, Fletcher start things off. Do a little wrestling, little catches, catch, kitty cat, catch, scratch, fever wrestling. But Buddy got the better of that. The Krishna comes in. Him and King goes off trading shots, but Brody King won that one. A little bit of shenanigans between Fletcher and Krishna gives the family the advantage. Uh, Matthews got the hot tag. He was a little distracted by Okada's music playing, but no Okada. But he regroups. The Hounds of Hell almost got finished off Kyle Fletcher with a corner cannonball baseball drop kick combo. But the family gets to win with an assisted brainbuster on Big Brody King. Um, Good match here. I mean, they not sure why all the people they can have a warm. I mean, this Grand Slam is supposed to be kind of a big event. There's plenty of people on the roster that could put on there, give a halfway, I won't say a squash match, but somebody giving somewhat a competitive match. But I think the Hounds of Hell is somebody you want to kind of build up since I do get great reactions from the crowd. But I'm not the one with a pencil. Um, more on that later. All right, then MJF comes out. He's gave a little message to Jeff Jarrett, said AEW don't doesn't all stands for all elite wrestling, not all elderly wrestling. Max Caster, who had not really confrontation, but kind of pissed off Adam Page, the Rhinestone Cowboy. They chased each other around the arena. Make your own jokes there. Uh, so that interrupted MGF. He didn't like it because he was trying to do his little finish line. Nobody's on the level with it. Then when he tried to do it again, Dustin Rhodes' music came out. He said he actually gave him some great advice, said the right thing, but of course this wasn't like in the locker room saying, "Dude, you should tone it down with this a little bit. You're good, but you don't need to go doing that often." That being, quit talking about Owen Hart, wrestlers' wives, and people's past drug issues or family members' drug issues. Um, Dustin said he's been through hell. He's worked all, but then MJF got on the mic again and said, "Look, it's funny you worked all these years to get out of your daddy's shadow, but now you're in the shadow of a baby." Before he said brother, Dustin Rhodes laid him out. A little bit of brawl. Got the security and officials got him separated temporarily. But MJF ran back in the ring, hit them in the elbows, and walked on off. Second funniest part of the match, I'll talk about the other one later. Uh, and it was done by the women of AEW. Next match was Queen Amidala against Tony Storm. Mariah May was at ringside doing commentary. However, the ring announcer said, uh, tonight, Tony Storm will be playing the part of Mariah May. And yes, same gear, hair extensions, makeup, all, I think even like a little bit of spray on tan, looking just like Mariah May, did her moves, everything else. Storm would get the early advantage and did a pretty good job of pissing off Mariah May. Queen took over for a little bit, exchange of chops and slaps. Storm winds up winning with the May Day. Of course, Mariah May, she's been putting away her opponents with the Storm Zero Pile Driver. Uh, Tony Storm told Renee to call Mariah in the ring. They she Tony Storm had her arms held out, but Mariah May didn't get in the ring. No confrontation. She just walked away, and Tony Storm just kept acting like Mariah May. Uh, Pretty good stuff. The other one was uh, Harley. I got her last name. Anyway, uh, she was in the back. She had like a little puppet, Mercedes Monet, and did a pretty good job as a ventriloquist. Uh, and with the camera on her, I mean, you can tell she was doing it, but did as good a job as anybody could. Then Mercedes Monet, comes in and tells her what she thinks, tells her to take the puppet off. She takes the puppet off, and she has a middle finger pointed up and flipping off Mercedes Monet behind her back. Renee Paquette was kind of trying to hide it. So, second really entertaining part of the match. So, I'm starting to come around on Miss Harley. So, but anyway, next segment we had the New York Minute, but that got interrupted by Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs was outnumbered till the Outrunners came out. A couple of Georgia stars here, or Georgia Independent stars here. The guy who got choke slammed by Big Bill on the floor, that was CT Keys. The guy who got choke slammed by Hobbs was Parker Lee. Couple pretty good talents there in the state of Georgia. If you if you live in Georgia and probably southeast, I'm not sure where. It seems like CT's kind of all over the place as far as Georgia as well as Parker's getting there. I think I've seen one of his first matches. He's pretty good. Uh, Definitely the kind of guy who would be because of AEW style. I think Parker Lee should be on their radar. Uh, but then Big Bill and Powerhouse Hobbs goes in the match. I see, even though he had a couple of title losses, that the crowds are really responding to Powerhouse Hobbs pretty good. Big Bill is the right feud, I think, to help uh, help elevate Powerhouse Hobbs a little bit. All right, this brings us to the main event. It is a Ricochet versus Swerve Strickland. Ricochet was coming to the ring and was attacked by or Swerve Strickland was coming out and was attacked by Ricochet as Tony Schiavone was explaining the robe Swerve was wearing. Uh, Quick little history here. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know. Chris Nana used to manage a group called the Embassy in Ring of Honor. The crown jewel of that embassy was wrestled by name of Jimmy Rave. Great talent. Again, Georgia kid. Went to Ring of Honor for a while. Was in TNA for the Rock and Rave connection with Lance Archer. But that's kind of robe he would, same design robe he would wear as he was the crown jewel of the embassy. Unfortunately, Jimmy Rave passed away a few years ago. Anyway, Ricky, Ricochet. Ricochet had the advantage until Swerve countered with a Hurricanrana, or when he countered a Hurricanrana on the barricade with a power bomb. Ricochet would come back with a lunge blower. Counter exchanges ended with Swerve pitching him with a fireman's carry into a power slam for a 2 count. House call, Swerve stomp for a 2 count. Ricochet came back, got a springboard 450 and a shooting star press. Both of those ended up with just 2 counts. Swerve bounced back. Swerve did another house call, was going for another Swerve stomp, but Ricochet put his arms up, caught Swerve in the webos. Spirit gun by Ricochet gets in the W. And before he left, of course, he took the robe of the embassy robe away from uh, Prince Nana, and looked like almost the tights he was wearing. Uh, when Jimmy Rave came back to Georgia, he started like a little group called Jimmy Rave Approved. Uh, Basically, he was he was a veteran at the time, trying to help along some a young a younger or younger talent. Um, so he started a thing called Jimmy Rave Approved, and that's almost kind of tights he would wear for that, the black and white, sometimes blue and white tights. So I don't know if that was supposed to be like a know tribute to Jimmy Rave as well, but not sure about the history between. I know the history between, of course, don't explain it, Nana and Jimmy Rave, but not sure about the Swerve and Jimmy Rave connection. There's they had a little past. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Jimmy Rave got all over the place, especially in Northeast, Southeast. Like I said, he was in TNA at one time. Uh, Talented dude. Go back and go back and watch some videos of Jimmy Rave. You will not be disappointed. But yeah, in conclusion of this, I mean, this is let's see, Brian Danielson, former WWE guy who title to. Then, even though he wasn't a former WWE talent, uh, the white redneck who burned down his house did a job for him. So if you're one of these virtue signalers, hey, nobody say anything about that. Let's see. Now you got Bobby Lashley, who pretty much dominated him in a pay per view. Only had the one match. Now you have another WWE former star who never sniffed the world title. Beat your former world champion on network nationwide TV. So, like I said, I don't know who's booking this, but it's not. I wouldn't have booked it. Maybe in a Smoz brawl, something like that, just to continue the feud. I digress. I might talk about this a little more come tonight's spot show live stream. So uh, check it out. Anyway, that does it for this week's AEW Dynamite Recap show. So I hope you folks enjoyed it. If you did, click that thumbs up button. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this week's Dynamite. Also, hit chant, hit the subscribe button, and notification bell. Until next time, you folks take it easy. Have a good one. Ain't no the rest.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw Recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite Recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.